What's going on, guys? I'm here with Ace and Ackham. They own a real estate investment firm. They're some of my top students. Today, I'm going to interview them and talk about some of the results they've been getting through my program and training. What's going on, guys? How's everything over there?
Hey.
Fantastic. What's going on, G?
I'm crushing it, man. I think you guys are crushing it more. They just showed me a view of their place. Show them a view of your place real quick. Look at this. This is crazy.
It's a little cloudy out here, so you can't enjoy the perfect view, but
man, that's inspiring. What floor are you guys on?
top floor, 16th.
So look, let's tell the folks that it wasn't always like this, right? Like, tell us where you were just a few months back before we started ever talking and you started really hustling. And this was not too long ago. Tell them about your story, guys.
Yeah. So first off, let me add, because I remember getting on a call with Gallant. He was on the same call as well, actually. I was in my parents' basement. I was working out in my parents' basement, doing the best I can. I'm trying to get on these sales calls, struggling. Had a previous partnership. It didn't end up in the best regards, but we both respectfully parted ways. We were doing our best. Still love the guy. And as we were building and doing everything we can to try to grow our business at the time, things just weren't working out. I didn't have a great mentor in front of me, people to help lift me up and to lead me in the right direction. And I was misled by people who weren't really the most legit, especially in the businesses that, we exist in today. I also want Ackham to add to that.
Yeah, so we started 7 months ago in real estate. Before, we were both doing marketing work, just hopping from niche to niche. Didn't work out for me. I had clients that I did not like, didn't have my ideal client down. But beyond the point, 7 months ago, got into real estate. Things have been moving ever since then. Before then, I was struggling. I hit my lowest of the low last October. Spiritually, physically, whatever you want to call it, mentally, and financially as well. Actually, was doing terribly financially, but was trying to figure it out. Didn't want to give up. And then personally, was homeless in the month of December. I got out of that rut in January. Found a place to live that was very cheap. Just got a room in the house. And then again, we started in March, and now we're sitting here, 16th floor.
If you don't mind me asking, guys, you went from homeless, you went from parents' basement, and now after finding the right niche, your right hustle, a mentor, what is your best month? You don't have to answer this, but what is the best month you guys have had?
Well, the best month we've ever had, 115,000.
Isn't that crazy how you can go from the bottom to 115,000? And like anything can change. And really, guys, it's the mindset. You guys have grown as people. Every time I talk to you, I'm talking to a leveled up version of your last self. It's incredible. You guys have gone so far. What are your goals right now? Where do you see this company?
That's a great question. I love that question. So we just went to another mastermind, and we were asked that question. We want to, in 2019, we want to hit $5 million revenue mark. So wow. That's our next goal. I mean, we have.
How old are you guys, by the way? Tell them.
24.
24 years old.
Wow. So we got two 24-year-olds that want to make $5 million by next year. Do you think that's the average 24-year-old goal? Or most people our age are getting out of college, and you guys over here living in high rises and trying to make $5 million. That's inspiring as fuck.
Well, we have great people to look up to, man, especially, yourself. I know you're reaching for a big goal yourself. And it's like when you see people ahead of you, people older than you who are doing, that, if not way more, it inspires us to keep pushing and never to just, be complacent.
Awesome, guys. Well, look, I'm going to ask you one last question and I'll let you get back to your awesome business. What's the number one thing that you've learned from me in the inner circle this year? If you could just put it to one thing, what is probably the most important or the most valuable thing you've gotten?
Absolutely. So one of the main things that I learned from Gallant coming into the circle was mindset, and how literally majority of the success that's going on in the world is literally right here in between, your two ears and your two eyeballs. Is what you're doing with, the opportunities that you have. The same person could come into an opportunity and, they'd be given all the same advantages, when one will succeed and one won't. And it comes down to that person and their mindset. And so it's always important to continue to cultivate it. You talk a lot about reading. You read more than the majority of the people that I know. You always
got the library in the back.
Yeah, there you go. Always reading new books, always, digesting new pieces of information, always learning, always committing yourself. to more and more growth, always looking up to more mentors. And I realized, I'm like, it's not just so much about the vehicle itself or what you're doing. You know, the opportunities are everywhere. But it's
abundant.
Like, yeah, are you in the right vehicle in here to be able to handle those opportunities when they come up? Do you have good guidance around it? Do you have someone to, you know, pull your hand up at times when you know you're not at your best, and you have a fresh set of eyes that's at a way higher level that can help you see the vision? You know, one of my favorite quotes is, when you have mentors, you know, you're like standing on the shoulders of giants because you can see further.
You're absolutely right, man. It's your GPS. A lot of people just want to spin in circles until they figure it out, but that's the long way. You know, you got to get back on the freeway and get out of the cul-de-sac. And so having a mentor is just like, it's the protein boost that your body, your mind vitamins need in order to level up. And a lot of people don't realize that. You know, before I had a mentor, I was stuck. I could only make about $200,000 a year tops. But once I started re-educating myself, it blew the cap. It blew the limits through the roof. I was like, I'm untouchable. I can do anything I want with the right people on my team and the right information. So that's incredible, guys. Your story is super inspiring. Is there anything you guys want to add before we end this call here? And I appreciate your time. This is awesome to see you guys doing so well and to see everything you guys have overcome and to where you're at now. I can only imagine where you're going to be in the next 12 months.
We appreciate that. I would like to add one thing. I mean, I could say a bunch of things, but one in particular, he hit it on the nail with mindset, a subset of mindset, focus. So as you know, when we got on a call with you 3 or 4 weeks ago, we were about to make a decision that was probably on a different path than what we're currently at. And that would have saved a lot of, you know, that advice that you gave saved a lot of time, headache, and also money that would have just been invested in the wrong area when we can invest it back into the business that's currently working as a system. So
a lot of people want to jump around. And so if you got something that works, monetize it, scale it up. Don't try to go and create something else. You have something that's winning. Keep playing ball and keep absorbing those wins. And as that money comes in and it's consistent, not just a few months, it's consistent, you have everything on lock. That's when you go diversify and you try to build other things. So you guys, y'all have something great. And I know you guys had a streak of really good business, but I was like, guys, keep going and then figure something out later, but don't stop now. Scale it to the moon and see what happens. Focus in. That's huge. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you guys for hopping on this video call with me. If you need me, give me a ring. And I hope this video, to anyone who's watching it, this might have answered some questions or hesitations, or maybe even inspired you to keep going. All right, guys, I'll see you at the top.
See you at the top.
Thank you, G.